I very vividly remember the Seven Voyages of Cynthia level on the Rugrats PS1 game. I also very vividly remember the music and sound effects in that level. The episode itself, I don't think I remember quite as clearly, but it's a pretty good and pretty interesting episode. This is the first segment of the 20th episode of the second season of Rugrats, and interestingly, rather than Angelica damaging one of Chuckie and Tommy's toys, they do something to Cynthia. They decide that they want to put Cynthia on a raft, and they do this, and Cynthia floats away. And Angelica doesn't see this, but she just knows that Cynthia is missing. And obviously she becomes very upset about this and panics and demands that the babies help her look for Cynthia. And what's really interesting about this is that she doesn't instantly just blame the babies. I think it would have been very easy for her to say they took it, it's their fault, and blame them. But I think it shows that actually when it's something serious, she knows that they may not actually be the reason for her problems and that they need to help her look for Cynthia. And I won't say exactly what happens with Cynthia, but I will say it's rather amusing and definitely just took me straight back to the PlayStation game. Something I also really love about this episode is that we get a really good look at Cynthia's accessories, and I think it was her beauty salon. That just takes me back to my childhood because I love Barbies, and I had obviously a lot of accessories like Angelica does for Cynthia, so it kind of reminded me of my own childhood, and I just think it's always a really fun thing for them to animate the different accessories. The mock funeral was rather entertaining. How suitable that there was a keyboard there already. And Spike's role in this I thought was pretty great as well. So I think it's a really good episode. It's definitely very different. We have a bit of role reversal with Chuckie and Tommy damaging or ruining or risking ruining something of Angelica's rather than the other way on. But what goes around comes around, and I think it's fair to say that Angelica maybe deserved it. They shouldn't have done it, but it doesn't mean she didn't deserve it. Definitely a good episode, and it was really nice to be reminded of that part of the PS1 game, that level, because that was pretty awesome. Definitely not a bad episode at all.